He's going to the Super Bowl. You better believe that. Y'all ready? Back to Trustees, please. All right. Okay, the outside voice, yes, ma'am.
President.
Use the outside voice.
Okay.
For which is stand, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all. None? Yes. No. Okay. Okay. New business E1A, a motion to ratify the census code for the agreement made between Deerfield Golf Club and the Village of University Park for the maintenance of the University Park Golf Club grounds. Is there a motion?
So, second.
Moved by Lewis, second by Brooks. Roll call, Madam Clerk. Question?
So this is for a lighting project for it by the Okay, this is for the library, golf course, near Gardner, Member Sports, Cardinal Creek. There were about 5 different. The owner of Deer Creek, he was the only one who agreed to allow us to not only use his staff but his equipment. So he is over there now. They've been over there every day. I've been at the golf course literally every single day. I was there yesterday, Saturday. They have been there from sunrise to sundown. The golf course looks amazing. I think it's in great condition. We still have a lot more work to do. There's the roughs are still a little high, so it's the roughs, the fairways, and the tees that they're doing maintenance on. Also, everything else that goes along with it, as far as making sure that it's properly fertilized, that it's being manually watered, and all those things. So that's going to continue to be in the golf season. But we're not going to continue until December, obviously. But that is what this contract is for. And we don't have the equipment that we need say on it in one of the golf courses.
Mayor and Board of Trustees, I did take the opportunity after learning about the conditions of after hearing about the conditions of the golf course. I felt it was responsible for these trustees to go up to the golf course and see what is it exactly that everyone is talking about. Now, I haven't swung a club since my surgery in 07. But I golfed every day when I got out of the Texas. And I can tell you right now, check all the golf courses. Our course was the worst that I've ever seen. It looked like a kid had took a line club and just hit it into the green. It was horrible. The putting green that was out front was horrible. I mean, it was totally embarrassing. And I would be glad because if I'm not mistaken, it was Trustee Lewis that we were talking about that day. It was such refreshing to come back up there Saturday after I attended the funeral. I came up there and it looks like the PGA right now. It was a wedding at the same time. And so I had snapped a couple of pictures just to, in case it ever became a question. They even perfectly striped the fairways. So if you're a golfer, you know what I'm saying. If you're a garden lawn person, you know what I'm saying. It was perfectly striped. And actually that was on Saturday. Friday, I want to say, even Friday or Thursday, whenever the trustees also went to the IML and went to Washington, I decided to go up there just to take a look and see if they were even moving. And they were moving in the rain. They were trying to get that grass where it should be. And I was just shocked by the time this would have been about like 3 o'clock on Saturday. It looked amazing. And I mean, I didn't even want to come off the golf course. I went on the flags, and then just to walk the course and see. So I think that this is me just expressing a point. I can tell you, prior to Chief Wilson and Darrell Byers going to that golf course, he had a quit. They go out to the fellow trustees more time. There's pictures. There's pictures for us to not the golf course look the way it had or the way it is. I'm just gonna say 2 things and I'll yield my time. Civilly, we need to go after that. Chief, never seen that $10,000 lawnmower yet. So I don't know what's going on. Ms. Scott, Chief, make sure you work on it. I don't prove that I would pick up the phone and call a lawyer or call that station attorney and send them a letter. And I have always CC'd the clerk to show I am joking. We need to recoup all that stuff because that golf course looked horrible prior to Saturday. And then to turn around and have a beautiful wedding. Karen's like, what? This is the golf course? Yes, it is. And I am proud of the village manager and the 2 employees who put their heads together because revenue should be coming in. And I thank Deer Creek because they were reaching out prior to the election, asking to help us. They literally were begging to help us as a neighbor. And it's just unfortunate. I know, man, look, it's 7 o'clock. I just want to say this. When we do the right things and have the right people sitting behind these chairs, good things can happen. And this was an executive decision that I like by the village manager and the board of trustees. And also, for those who worried about the spending, Trustee Fulcher made it clear, we didn't pay CHW Group, so that's why the money is coming from there. And with that, Mr. Mayor, I have the time.
All right. Roll call, Madam Clerk.
Trustee Lewis. Both sides. Trustee McFadden.
Both sides.
Trustee Fulcher.
Both sides.
Trustee Thomas. Both sides. Trustee Wilson.
Both sides.
Trustee Cruz.
Both sides.
Mayor Rudy.
I concur.
Mayor Rudy.
Both sides. I need one thing, motion to ratify a consensus vote for the restriping of the crosswalks on Blackhawk. Is there a motion? Moved by Lewis, Second by, McFadden. Yes, questions? Manager, you want to give us some skin on, some rundown for the residents?
Agriculture wanted me to discuss this, so this has to deal with the crosswalks on along Blacktop. So we had the same company that did Avenue and First. They did a phenomenal job in doing striping. Come to find out, when I first got here, I remember the mayor brought up to me was the striping on Blacktop. Because he said that I guess some of our public works employees had been trying to do a good job and save money, but it was the wrong color and it was purple. And then I ended up getting calls from residents saying that the crosswalks had never been restriped the entire time that they lived here for over 20 years. And so I thought it would be a good idea to strike it. I did put out for a consensus vote by email, but in proper due form, Trustee Filcher said we need to go ahead and do this publicly. So this is why this is on the agenda, so we can actually publicly vote on this. But this will entail University, so along Blackhawk Drive, University Parkway, Gordon Terrace, Sandra Drive, and Lane, Sullivan Lane, and Hickok Avenue. So they're going to be done in phases, not done all at once. But this is just basically just a vote to get this done.
Before winter time.
Right before winter. And it's really inexpensive, because they did the other stuff for us, they were only charging us $400 for each, which is a really good price, so.
Okay. Thank you. Roll call, please, Madam Clerk.
Trustee Brooks.
Question, Trustee Thompson.
So why would we be restriping when the streets need to be restriped?
So Blackhawk is not scheduled to be done for at least another year.
Blacktop is a obstacle.
Yeah, so as we get, so when you apply for community development block grant, which is what people, the acronym CDBG, you apply for it. For example, you apply for it this year, but you wouldn't even get the money or be allocated the money until next year. So we're always on a different year funding cycle. So we apply for it this year, we get it the following year, and typically you do it so many months later. Usually around this time is when we would be doing it. So if we apply for it, which we did this year, we're anticipating that we're going to get it next year. Just for a couple portions of Blacktop to be done, I think it's worth the $800 that maybe save a child's life or create some kind of, situation. So that's the reason why we're going to do it. It's not going to be the entire stretch of Blacktop, just certain portions of Blacktop that are going to be resurfaced, and that's why I thought it would still be a good idea to just go ahead and get those portions done.
So, and then Trustee Thompson and Brooks, I think that when the resurfacing comes to the Blackhawk, it's going to start from University Parkway and it comes all the way down to Hickok. At south of Hickok, the streets are good. From University Parkway down to Hickok, so we count the crosswalks. I think there's only two. There's one on Gordon Terrace, and then there's one on Sandra and Blackhawk, where the big dip is. And I think those are the only two outside where the street can be resurfaced, and everything else is somewhere else.
And the difference of not the problem, we just.
Right. Right.
20%, we have to pay.
Yeah, the maximum. Yeah. That's for the sewer collapse, right?
Correct.
That's a very bad hazard. Okay. Roll call, Madam Clerk. Trustee Brooks.
Trustee Williams. Trustee Thompson. Trustee Folger. No. Trustee McFadden.
Both sides.
Trustee Lewis.
Both sides.
Is there a motion for adjournment?
So,
Second, all in favor? Lewis. I'll take about 5 minute recess, we'll go into our regular scheduled meeting. I guess we can't miss that microphone.
Present.
Let's stand for our pledge of allegiance to those who are I pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America, and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all. Is there a vote? Item B, approval of the minutes. Is everyone motion to table the minutes?
Right.
Motion by Brooks, second by Fulton. Roll call, Madam Clerk. Both sides, Madam Clerk. Our general public comments, Mildred Morgan, please. Minnie Morgan.
Good evening, everybody. Good evening. There's some things going on. Didn't start happening until 2019. I live right over on Regal Farm Road, right over at Palmer Park, since 2019. A bunch of array of cars, trucks, vehicles, SUVs, what do you call it, big Winnebago type thing, are parking out at the football field, which tears up. And I think this old lady, Paul lady, does a wonderful job in preparing park grass with cutting it and also fertilizing it. It was real wonderful. Well, when we have games, football games, and I love the games, but the parents have gotten her to park on the street. But you know what? Here's a remedy. Here's a remedy. The remedy is so easy. Why don't the mayor and the village manager get together and find some money to go ahead with all the land out there? Build a parking lot. Build a parking lot out there so that parents don't have to, because here's what happens on Sunday. They park all along Armstead, both sides. You have buses coming back and forth through there. Also, all on River Farm Road, you have our street crowded with our guests that come to watch you play games with the kids. You know, so the remedy is real easy. And that is just right there on that southeast street, or southeast side. Go ahead and make a parking lot out there so that people don't have to travel so far as walking. So I'm really looking forward to that happening because it's inexcusable. Nobody could think of those things that well trustees would hear from mayors. You know, so I think you know the other thing. Another thing, I was heartbroken yesterday. I had my dog Sal, just Sal, over by the pool. Saw about 7 kids come over, and just as former trustee Sonia Jenkins there always said, the kids are going to go into the pool. I'm looking at you, Mayor, because Ms. Scott don't know nothing about it. I'm looking at you. You heard her talk about it. You've heard her concerns, they're legitimate concerns. Well, these guys, after they captured my dog for me, because she wouldn't come to me,
They went and crawled over the fence. There was 2 11, 12-year-olds. There was some that was about 6, 7. And I don't know. 6 and 7, them 6 and 7-year-olds. And they watched the 2. I videoed them.
So I got this, and even though your time is up, I respect what you're saying, and you're absolutely right. Because I think with the expansion, the school district getting ready to expand their new field over there, there will be additional parking spaces with the expansion that, at the junior high, so they're gonna be expanding over, they're gonna build.
The middle school. The middle school.
The middle school, yeah, so they're gonna be.
We need our own. We don't need to depend
Yeah,
on.
we're not depending on the more obvious school, that's good. I don't disagree with that at all.
So right now, I'm talking about the children and how they climbed over the fence.
We're gonna address that.
And when I asked them, why did you do it? I called them all over because I gave them a
What
lecture.
they tell you?
They said they wanted to clean the water. They said, we're not the only one. They said others come over there and go over the fence, squeeze through. And they said even the teenagers go over there. And you know, with about a week ago, Public Works put a black screen. That black, and one person violation. What if there's a child over there in the water?
I got you. See at your time, but we understand the importance of that, and I'm quite sure we'll address those issues because we're all concerned about the safety, so that who does.
No, you're not. No.
So thank you, we're gonna call up the next meeting, see at your time, I heard you, and we're gonna address those things, I think that's not just my concern, I think that's the whole board of trustees concern about safety for our children, our community. We will address those issues. Thank you.
Yeah, I did. Okay.
In regards to what Mildred was saying about the football game, I did get residents, I have one. He was very upset because he said cars, trucks are rolling in the ground. And parking where they should be parking, and then they leave all this debris after they pull off. They leave tons of garbage, styrofoam, containers, and there's no order, and that's unacceptable. Then the same person that went on to say about the camper that's over there, and that, camper had a hard time moving, the person driving it had a hard time moving it, wheels spinning, mud flying everywhere, and then the towing truck did come. He was concerned whether that was the village paying for the towing truck, but I did speak to Chief Mitchell. He said, you know, unacceptable. We want to have the football games, we want to have fun for the family, but at the same time, we have to have support. So he said he is writing tickets for those vehicles. There was a sign put up for somebody who moved the sign, but we got it. It's not fair for our place to look like that.
And it's not fair that I have to call the police and keep talking their way, and then they have to send police over there. I'm afraid they're gonna start getting ugly.
Trustee Thompson.
I don't wanna do that.
I am, ever since I've been on the school, I've been just complaining about that. That is a disaster, way, horrific disaster. It's a great liability to our village and a terrible tragedy for some families. And so I really would like to see that full cover.
Yeah, we looked up, Trustee Thompson and I, we looked up talking. For the. It wasn't expensive, it was under $1,000.
I know it's.
I had a comment about the football field and home parks. I did speak to Chief Mitchell about that and address the issue about the cars driving on the grass. This is not just doing the game, it's also doing the practice. Yeah, as well. And that needs to be stopped. They're also now, they're parking on the walkway. I'll just drop my daughter does too. So they're parking on the walkway, and now they cannot able to walk on the walkway because the cars. Emergency came is now, that's the game, the emergency have to go through the grass to address any particular situation. So he did put up a sign. One day I saw it, the next day I see somebody took it back. But I didn't see the tickets, but I'm just stating the fact that now I'm having to walk through mud because the cars are taking the walkway now. So I don't see why they should be one parking on the walkway at all. This is just today. And I can say it was probably around 7 cars just on the walkway, but now kids go myself to actually walk. So I think that's something that you need to address, because it's just becoming outrageous. And then this past weekend when it was muddy, and rain, they definitely shouldn't be parking in the grass because it's all the grass. So, I mean, and it's not just Universal Park residents, it's the visitors. It's what comes. Once they see it, they do it, and they don't care. They don't do it. Right? So if they see some one person do it, they think, oh, I can just go over and drive to the park. And I know they will do that in their own community. So I hope we can really fix that problem, because it's becoming too much. I'm really having to walk through the grass, and I shouldn't have to when they have walkways.
I also just want to say that the police officers are down there, so I don't know why they're gonna stop it, because I've been doing that for years and it's been going on. So, and I've been complaining about it, so when Tutu was down there, told you, and they didn't do anything about it either, so the police was there, so.
If you sign in point of public comments, public about this man.
Good evening. Mayor, trustees. Just want to make a couple of comments. The first comment I would like to make is that I have gone to several of the sessions with chat with the chief, and the last one last week, there was a very informative discussion concerning scams, and he kind of directed it towards the senior citizens and such. He allowed time for questions and answers. As I stated, I've gone to a couple of other ones. So I just wanted to thank the chief for chatting with the residents, and something that I think that more residents should come out and attend. And thank you, Chief, for chatting with the residents and sharing informative information. The next question I have, I just recently found out that we have a few Venezuelan immigrants here at University Park. And if anybody can tell me, are they being directed here or are they coming on their own? Anybody know?
I think they're being directed here and dropped off here. They just pop up out of nowhere. And no one's contacting me right now. Make believe is exactly full to the ground. This is the first time I've been here that it has been to full capacity.
Well,
I wanted
To answer your question.
is this the real time? Okay.
Yeah.
The building owners have contacted the state and say that they're able to take in those, accommodate for those migrants that come in. So they work out the agreement. Part of that agreement that they receive 6 months of rent, and then they go through the next process. So each building owner, property owner, has to have the right to say, we want to be a part of that program. And that's exactly what they believe, and others are saying they want to be a part of that program, so that puts them on the list. So when it comes up to our availability for housing, they can reach out, and that's what they do.
okay.
And they're paying almost double what they don't be charged for rent. So, yeah, so they get like almost $3,000 per year.
Who's monitoring
Yeah.
Well, do you have a guesstimate as to how many people, immigrants we have in the village?
I have no idea, but I guess it's just like everybody else, we observe them now. So what I observed today, because I was coming up to Family Dollar, you look at all the people getting off the school bus, it tells you right then and there that when they get off that school bus on Exchange Boulevard, the majority of those school bus children are not people that we are accustomed to seeing.
Well, my
system too.
And we have a bishop on ourselves for welcome to the city, but they're just popping up because we don't want our own housing programs right now. So if a landlord decides to house them or a mass property decides to house them as a private property, we have to say so. And now that they're gonna have temporary work visa, I don't think it's gonna be a temporary work visa. I think now it's a permanent visa now, so we gotta be permanent citizens. We can also seek employment. Go ahead.
The rest of my comment, then you guys can start discussing. I'm thinking that the village needs to be a little proactive in regards to this. When I say proactive, I know that if they are not vetting people in Chicago that has all of the immigrants, definitely University Park is not doing any vetting. We already have a policing shortage, and I am just suggesting that perhaps we can reach out to the Cook County, Will County Sheriff's Department to possibly do some policing in the area. And with me saying that, I don't know if that would be an additional cost to the University Park residents, because we don't know what type of people that are coming to University Park. Not saying that all people are bad people, but if they are not vetted, who do we supposedly have as our neighbors?
So, Chief, that goes back to our meetings that we have come through things that's happening neighborhood. Now, maybe we can be addressed and ask their private security again for their premises. Because at one time we were asking them to have private security on their premises. So now they have justification. We can go back and knock on their door and ask them to live and get in a private security agency for their properties. Yeah. So that's what we're doing.
Well, it's good that you guys are thinking about this. Like I said, we have to be proactive about this because I think that, just thinking that because people are being welcomed into the University Park, I have no problem with it. However, well, yeah, I do have a problem with it. I do have a problem with it because we have homeless people, we have people that are low income, and we have seniors. There are going to be a lot of services taken away from those entities because we have other people. And I hope that if there are any Christmas is coming up, and I know we're going to be giving out coats and blah, blah, blah. Everybody needs coats, but I hope that we look at home first before we venture out to other people. That's all.
All right, thank you. Well taken. I think we all share the same concerns. Thank you so much, Mr. Greer. Simon Jenkins.
Hi, how are you? To make a comment on the board trustees, off of what Mrs. Greer said, my question to the board is, what are we gonna do about safe passage for our children? And looking at that,
because we don't know who's living here. I saw the bus drop them off. I was coming up exchanging. I was shocked. I couldn't believe my eyes. I'm seeing it everywhere. And I don't know if the village has put our children's safety concerns. That is serious because they're talking on the news how they are, they have criminal backgrounds, they have vetted these people, and we need to make sure that our children are safe. About the safety of our children. This is Gordon and walks a dog regularly over by Hip-Hop Pool. And what happened was she sent me a video of children climbing the fence. So I took it upon myself to go over there to see if water was still in this pool. Water is still in the pool. The pool is blacked out, which is a good thing. When you think about it, we thought it would deter the children from coming over there. But now they're really curious about what's on the other side of the spring. So if one of them falls, hits their head, falls in the water and drowns, if we put signs up about fireworks endangering the lives of our children, we need to address that. And I mean, not wait about it, not think about it. We're talking about a tarp. I talked about a tarp for 4 years and nothing was done. So I expect the tarp to be put on that pool to make sure that our children are safe. Now we got to make sure that the children are safe with pedophiles. We're looking at another problem too. So we need to get on the stick before something happens. And if something happens, I'm going to be on the news, the first one pointing fingers on why we didn't do what we needed to do to ensure our children's safety. It's been talked about too long. We have to stop doing this, lollygagging about this. This is extremely, extremely important. Also, I would like to thank Mrs. Keely Childress for all of the hard work that she did during our senior fair. It was just wonderful. The seniors got so many different vegetables, and it was just really nice. She puts a lot of time and effort into what she does. We have to do honor where honors due. And I appreciate everything she's done and brought to this community. Also, I would like to take the time to thank the village manager as well. We are technology sound. We are moving quickly into the future with our technology, but we were lagging some years ago. So you have to support people when they're putting their first foot forward. And that's it. And you all have a wonderful evening, and I'll see you in 2 weeks in October. Thank you.
Thank you very much, Trustee. All right. So that concludes our public comments for tonight. We will right ahead into unfinished business. Item F1A. This is a motion to approve Creole Down Resident Production Distribution Fund related to the lighting project. This is street lighting. Is there a motion?
Looking back at that gentleman said, when we spoke at the board, we said 2 years for the project for payment, but in the package we have 5 years and 7 years. What happens to the additional years? The 6% was the interest rate. So yeah,
You're right. So let's make that motion. Take I will do it. Because I asked these companies to reduce that interest rate, and I think that when reducing the interest rate, it's kind of off the term. So there's a motion on Trustee Wilson. Motion by Lewis, second by roll call by to take yes, ma'am. We'll come back and address that in our answers. Because we all want lights. We want to be responsible for how we get them. Both sides. Trustee.
both sides.
Trustee Taylor.
Both sides.
Trustee Wilson.
Both sides.
Trustee Wilson.
Both sides.
Here. Both sides. Yeah, both sides.
And whatever it is, if you speak into it, you can kind of hear you guys, but it's just one.
Can I say that we all agree, we still operate with Flintstone equipment instead of just equipment? It's that move forward with this stuff. Okay. So we got that motion to table. We're gonna go to new business now, thank you. Item F2A is a resolution appointing the village manager as authorized agent for item RF. Is there a motion? Moved by Brooks. Second by Thompson and McFadden. And roll call, Madam Clerk.
What is the,
Everyone give us the entire. Roll call, Madam Clerk.
Both sides. Trustee McFadden.
Both sides.
Trustee Roach.
Both sides.
Trustee Thompson. Both sides. Trustee Wood. Trustee Rose.
Both sides.
Both sides, Madam Clerk.
Mr. Mayor, motion carried. Resolution for 2023-.
Ms. Morgan, please, can you yell out now? We've done the public comment section. So now we're not Ms. Morgan, we're not going to debate system. With you. Talk to a trustee after we get quiet too. Item F2B, motion to approve, Marshall redevelopment project tip number 7. Is there a motion?
I like to motion to thank you.
Second.
Motion to table by trustee Gina Williams, second by trustee Brooks. Any particular reason, okay. Roll call, Madam Clerk.
I really like that song.
Both sides. Trustee McFadden.
Both sides.
Trustee Roach.
Both sides.
Trustee Thompson.
Both sides.
Trustee Williams.
Both sides.
Trustee Woods.
Both sides.
Mayor Davis.
Both sides, table. All right. Item F2C. Motion to approve proposal for design, engineering, and construction services with Robinson Engineering for lead pipe replacement. Is there a motion? Moved by.
Everybody.
Moved by Majority. Who's the second time? Lewis. Roll call, Madam Clerk.
Trustee Woods.
Both sides.
Trustee Williams. Trustee Thompson.
Both sides.
Trustee Roach.
Both sides.
Trustee McFadden.
Both sides.
Trustee Woods.
Both sides.
Mayor Davis.
Both sides. Item F2D, motion to approve the development of bond. The attorney report will be presented.
So motion.
Moved by Williams, second by McFadden. Questions? Roll call, Madam Clerk.
This is where the guy wanted to take the land, trustee Williams, around the trustee.
Both sides.
Trustee Woods.
Both sides. Okay.
Trustee McFadden.
Both sides.
Trustee Roach. Trustee Thompson.
Both sides.
Trustee Woods.
Both sides.
Trustee Woods.
Both sides.
Mayor Davis.
Both sides, Madam Clerk.
I am not going to sit up and every time you know what I'm reading on set.
One
Mrs. Morgan, we are conducting business on behalf of the village.
I don't know, this is my tax dollar. What the hell? Then he's talking about the tax.
We have a lot of public section comment. I'm sorry, please. Please, don't be
The
disruptive.
only thing I'm saying is, tell us what you're talking about.
Mrs. Morgan, unfortunately, this isn't the venue for that right now. These-
Somebody can't get you.
These items were discussed in the county, and that's the discussion was. I will not tolerate your contentious outcomes. All right. Bills payable. Attached to your approval is a list of general operating expenses for the Village of University Park that occurred on July 26, 2023 through September 26, 2023. General Fund 468-831-10, Road and Bridge 5,287.04, Town Center Fund 8,019.46, Capital Project Fund 6,531.90, to 2,636.25, Payroll Fund 8,121.58, with a total of 499,430 and 30. Is there a motion?
So moved.
Moved by Lewis,
Second.
second by Brooks. Questions?
Road and bridges.
I'll dialogue. This probably would be in reference to the back to school. And I believe I may not be the only trustee to have that question, this question. The back to school, each check, I see some that were issued and then reissued. Actually, it's actually a couple. If you're in the, where Miss, Madam Clerk says, the agenda item, like 61, almost 61 if you're on your iPad. Some of the checks were reissued, and I'm assuming that, well, I should have sold.
I can explain that.
Yeah, I prefer to finish that. Like I said, I'm just open to that.
So, when I had to put my name on the account, because my name wasn't on the account. When checks come in, it's something called positive pay. If the checks are manually printed out and we go to the bank to cash it, I actually have to approve it. The cutoff time is 1 p.m. that day. So every morning when I come in, I review the positive pay and I approve or I decline the checks as they come. So I actually get to review them before where I didn't have that option. So I was unaware that the positive pay was going through, obviously, because I wasn't on the account. So now I'm able to go on the account, but what had to happen was they went there and no one put it in there as positive pay, it wasn't approved, it was declined. And that's just a security measure, so we had to reissue those checks. So that's why that is.
I use my time.
I have a couple questions. On the invoice, I see there's 2 green fields for the last of the line work, 2 checks.
What page are you on? Where that's for,
So the first, right, the first one's on the first. I'm looking at this. So the first page, you said green fields on here, for 5,000. And on the next page, you still green field on here, 5,000. Is it 2 of them?
no, it's not 2 checks. I can review that, but I know that, I'm trying to find which page. you're on.
Because there's 2 different check numbers.
I'm on page
The
1.
first page, you got Greenfield,
I see it.
check number 110771. Then there's another on the next page, 106487. For the exact same amount.
Okay. I'll review that and get that to you, but I believe it's because he has separate contracts. He has contracts with the fields, the baseball fields, he has contracts to do the exterminating and the lawn care. So I believe there's 2 separate contracts, but I'll get that to you.
Right. The baseball field, they're done. Just that one.
Yeah, but he wasn't paid twice for the same purpose.
It is to check it out.
Yes,
Okay, so just to clear that. one.
yes.
The next one is for Oster fan bleachers.
Those are for the bleachers. I had conversation with the baseball. It was Bernard Osborne, the third, I believe. And he asked for,
That's football.
Right, sorry. So I had a conversation with him, some of the bleachers were damaged. When he requested some, new bleachers, obviously would come from the funding that some of the funding that's allocated. The bleachers were around $10,000. We were able to find some gently used. They're now that they were put up and assembled by Public Works and they were delivered and they're in great condition. So that's what that cost is for, the replacement of the bleachers.
Who requested them? No, that's
Bernard just supposed to.
So, Nina Bay and. Sorry. Okay, so that was Next, there's a lot of DJ services for back to school, for the car shows. The price range from $250 to $1,000. Why is it such a big range? I think we need to be one that does the exact same service.
So I'm not sure, but I know that DJ went in place for the car show, and that was for the summer, for those months that we had to perform, so that's why there's a larger amount for him.
Okay, so I guess for the future, I think we should be looking at, because there's several DJ services contracts. Like I said, it ranges from $250 to $1,000. So if we can get it for $250, then why are we paying $1,000? So I'm saying that it's set.
No, it was for several events, it wasn't just for one, whereas the DJ for $250 was for one event, right? The one for $1,000 it was for several events, it wasn't just for one. I can get you the exact amount, I want to say it was 4 or 5 of those events, but then the other thing is, we did request one of the DJs, but he wasn't able to make it because he had health issues. So we would have to call another DJ.
Okay, so the invoice will show that it covers.
Yes, it will show the months for the car show. Yes.
Okay. For check number 106492, what is talking about the car show? What is this? Sorry. This the vendor is talking about. What is that?
The vendor for the car. It did come across, I can't give you that information tomorrow. I don't have the right term. Yeah, it's one of them, it's something, actually, I have I can give you details.
Okay, well, could you pour that until?
We'll say that.
I got the check number, 106492. And I think it's 2. I'm not sure what this is.
Okay, I saw it. Oh, I saw it. I'll give you that information tomorrow.
Oh, yeah, I see.
I
Same page and it's another one. So, okay, and then another one is for check number 110692, which is track club operations. What's this system?
What page is that on?
What is it?
That's the page.
No, this is something else.
What page is that on?
1106. Cash house ministries, track club operations reimbursement. Oh, that's the 6,000. That's it. For them. Okay. Yeah. Yeah. That's good. For 110749, which is fast food, there's 2. 749. It's for 3,000. What is this cover? Which time period?
He has not allocated anything past the term for the cancel this time. So this must be for August. It's August payment, but I'll double check.
But it's on the 15th.
I think it was for July and August, so it's double payment, but I know yes, and the payment.
So this is covered.
Yes.
Just and then also 110754, the partial rental stage. When did we start getting the stage?
We always had a stage, I know last year we had a stage. It's that black, it's the stage with the black, ruffles us around it, that always sits right outside the council, I know that was there last year.
For the back to school, who is the 110651, Mario Anthony, and Ethel Reed is another.
Ethel Reed was one of the performers, and also I believe Mario Anthony.
Yes. Production by Mario 110653, what page?
What page?
110653.
I want to say was that the production, the setup.
Oh, the stage,
That
yeah.
was it was the whole sound setup.
Okay,
And a gentleman.
okay. And then for the golf cart rental with that, is that, what golf cart? Is that all the golf carts?
That's for all the golf carts. And that's just the standard agreement that the golf course has been doing forever. It's much, and I know you had to go back like 8 years. Or something like that for a long time.
How many golf carts do you use?
I believe it's 25.
Last question for the back to school event. I know that a lot of vendors donated. What was the amount that was received?
I know that we paid roughly $7,000 out of pocket, and the remaining amount was all donations, but I can mention that because I have that actually quoted for that.
Okay, so 7,000 is out of pocket.
Yeah, roughly $7,000.
The rest is donations. Okay, excellent. And then, I still don't see the credit cards.
I'll get you those. I'll get you those. Can you just come by my office and I'll get them for you, because it's a lot to put into the file, but I have no problem with it, you just stop by and
Those are all my questions.
So, wanna ask you one or two other questions about anything?
No, I speak answer the question.
And then, is that your final pair?
Yes, it is, and I wrote that on the invoice when I signed up on the PO.
Then, 11072, Francis Alliance.
Can you just?
11072, Francis Alliance. Cambridge and Medicine District.
Yeah.
That's for workers' comp plan. That's for, you know, when someone goes to the hospital, we have to pay our portion.
Speaking of workers' comp, I seen that, and I seen the one for an officer. Did we find, we do have an insurance company, correct?
Yes, we do.
Okay, I just want to make sure we're along that line, because I knew he got hurt, and this is a long time for him to be waiting for this settlement. So, and then I think that other name, we have an employee by that name?
Kate Griffin. Kate Griffin.
Yes. I wanted to make sure it wasn't the name I thought it was.
That's what I was.
Because I okay, all right. It's scamming me. Okay. No, I just wanted to check because I knew he got hurt. And I knew that the last time we had a discussion about him, that was almost 2 village managers ago, and you know, he shouldn't have to wait that long, and he had to get back to work and everything. So, you know, I just want to get this stuff off the book. I think we obvious with that with the last meeting. I yield my time, Mr. Mayor.
Anybody else? Roll call, Madam Clerk.
Trustee Lewis. Both sides. Trustee McFadden. Both sides. Trustee Poe. Both sides. Trustee Johnson. Both sides. Trustee Wood. Both sides. Trustee Wood.
Unbelievable high.
Both sides pay the bills. All right. Good. Reports, we'll start, trustees, anybody? Trustee Lewis.
Seniors, come out and join us.
Outside, please.
Seniors, come out and join us for the senior ice cream social Wednesday, October the 11th, from 12 p.m. to 2 p.m. at the Ninth Town Center. This is a social to discuss and give you insight on Medicare and Medicaid. We'll play a bingo game, answer questions. October the 11th. Come on out.
Anything to say? Poacher?
I just wanted to give a quick update that we did go out on trustees in there went to Honeywell this past week. We went to a lot of different classes that would help us get to help government and legislate better. Some of the classes that I did attend was position your ability for retail success, tax income and finance, and community, and building safety and code enforcement. Leadership in crisis situations, part situation of mass shooting. Yeah, and then also I attended economic development training for local issues that was with the Will County Center for Economic Development, where they were able to get some good information where we can utilize for some programs that we are in economic development that comes to it. So I did want to give y'all an update, give you some information, and we will be talking amongst one another as well as the village manager in regards to some of our projects.
Thank you, Trustee Fulcher.
I was
Ms.
talking,
Trustee Thompson.
I was talking about the safety actions, and I want to know what we want about the safety act. It's not what I thought it was. No, you can't just be doing anything, then you're gonna get out of jail for free. But it's a good act, I think, and I want to talk to you about what the primary is about the safety. Because all communities are not embraced.
Williams.
Okay, I just want to mention that, I had the awesome pleasure of being on the live conference call with, Congress Robin Kelly. She did a town hall meeting, and I was able to present to her the problems we're having with our water system. 4 years, we're still faced with the same dilemma. So she gave me some, tips and things on what I could do to move forward. And I'm glad that we are getting the 50 houses done, with the grant that Mrs. Scott, has been able to secure. I went to the health and wellness community fair that we had here. That was awesome. The produce looked like it just got done about the ground. It was just that fresh. The fruit, everything. I'm proud to say my old employee who possible should was here. And lots of people came out. We had Jennifer Bartino came out, lots of other people, and it was a like Sonia, Trustee Jenkins was saying, you have to give credit what's credit due. He did a good job of orchestrating it, and there was a large turnout for it. I hope we can have more events like that. Trustee Lewis just to mention that ice cream soda show. I'm an expert when it comes to Medicare, Part B Medicaid. 26 years plus at WUPC working in that capacity. Anything you need to know about Medicare, Part A, Part B, and G, I'm with it. And I still go to sleep with that. I don't answer my phone. Gina. So I love those things, and I get to enjoy the conference. The IFL, I think our mayor didn't know how comical I could be. I had everybody laugh, and we had a great time. Me and Trustee Fulcher, we did leave Saturday to attend Reggie Hill and Janelle, Trustee McFadden. We got to attend his service, a beautiful service for a beautiful person. He was a gentle giant. He was a staple in this community. He was our armor bearer, a sergeant of arms for our community zone. A lot of times had to get into it, he would always address us, and he kept everything really under wraps. I was glad that we had the opportunity to attend that. And I do want to say that Telio, I'm hearing that sometime in the village hall that people might be burning things. And I would think in a public building, there should be no smoking, no incense, no sage. You got either spirits, maybe you want to pray, be tribal, but it shouldn't be any smoking going on. Some places don't even allow, weren't even allowed to have heaters. And Blue Cross, because years ago, a person actually did die, place caught on fire, they didn't get out. So, you know, you might want to address that. I don't know if there's an ordinance for it. And, I'm hoping that once we do get back with Mark Good about this, sports arena that he wants to bring, I mentioned to him, I would like to see NEVA get a new cable station, because as you can see, the sound, the technology is not what it should be. And I think if she is given that opportunity, we can get that going and bring back the young broadcast. So I'm just looking forward to a happy and a bright future.
I would say.
I'll circle back. The books would not be a gentleman as he always is. Trustee McCray, this is your birthday, so come right ahead.
Well, I just wanted to, thank Chief Mitchell for, coming to my church, making this church on Friday and talking to the residents. No, it was Thursday, yeah, we were here. I really want to come, but we were getting ready to go down to the IFL. Everyone that I talked to there said it was great, and they really appreciate it, so we look forward to coming.
TV.
Good evening to the public. Here's my report for regular meeting. First and foremost, I want to say that I did not get a chance to go down to IML because sometimes you can't count your chickens before they hatch. I was supposed to be coaching high school football this year. But unfortunately, certain things did not quite pan out the way they were supposed to, but I have learned that God makes no mistakes. The boys say, God doesn't make any mistakes. Like I even said on election night, y'all don't see one tear in mine. All you see was tiredness, right, Bernice? I'm tired.
On my birthday.
On your birthday, right. So, God makes no mistakes. So, even when it came to Mr. Hill, I did get a chance, that day, Saturday was a very busy day for me, so I didn't make it to IML, but I made the best that I felt that was useful to my community. And I stopped at Reginald Hill's funeral. That was one of my first stops. I must have missed with everybody, but I can say this, it was crowded in there. So, my little niece, my first lady, Sister Hunt from New York, she was there with me, and we were trying to get a seat. And then as soon as we moved out, here comes somebody else. I think I walked into Miss Robin Walker with her husband. It was pretty cool in there. So one thing I have to say is that I left more towards the beginning because I was trying to be somewhere else. But I heard a most beautiful poem, and to hear the words that Reggie said the last of his, it was 2 weeks ago, was, if it's God's will, he did his job. Reggie did his job. And I must say that I was up there for the first speaker doing remarks, and just so happened he was on the same row as I was, and so as I left, I just spoke to him and told him, and that was my Sagittarius brother. And I don't care what you say, even during selection, he had said things that made so much sense. And even on community Zoom, I don't care how heated the discussion got, Mr. Hill made sense. So I just think that in the future, I know when it comes to resolution, I haven't heard the right, most beautiful resolutions. Yes, you can. We gotta figure out is something when someone has served the community like Reggie, and they'll sit in the audience, and if they ever leave, we have to do something. The whole community.
So
we need to know. So
we'd like to recognize all of our to know.
Right. So as the mayor Curtis said, we need to know these things because, like I say, even though that room is full, I believe if more University Park, the Mr. Hill has passed, I think it would be even more full. Okay, because we're missing a lot of people that's leaving, especially cancer. The next one, this was by, I do attend the Community Block Club. Their meetings are always on the first Saturday at the library. They have many projects that they're trying to do as far as trying to improve University Park. So I'm the one that cut that grass up there. We're farming and I'm trying to get it ready for Ms. Truss and what they may do for the Halloween up there at the farm. So that's Trustee Vick's little thing, you know, cutting the grass and clearing the land. Also on Saturday, as I mentioned, I did take a trip up to the golf course. I think I expressed my concern about the equipment being missing, but I'm very happy. The two employees and the village manager of what they have done up there is running efficiently. I just want to say the amount of money that we have missed out on. I tell you what, if I was the management company and I was catching the checks that we was getting from this village, I would say I would have made at least 1.3 million a year. Period. So the question I come out of my pocket is, or no, not out of my pocket. The question should come out of their pocket, how much they owe us. You know, I also attended the Miller Chapel down here on the corner. They had a back to school. Reverend Collier, she had made it clear that we need to try to involve, because they had a back to school giveaway type of barbecue. But I explained to her, I said, Reverend Collier, you picked the wrong Saturday, because one reason you don't see the mayor and the trustees is that I had one trustee on the phone. And I said, I got one trustee on the phone in Washington, D.C., the rest of them are down downtown. I said, the wrong day. But Miller Chapel wants us to come visit them, but they had a beautiful, for those who did see, because as you know, if you come from the store, you know, you had the food giveaway that closed for men. So, you know, we need to pay a little attention to Miller Chapel as as we part our ways through University Park. Then lastly, I just want to give a happy birthday wish to two trustees. That's why they got flowers up here. Trustee McFadden and Trustee, my brother buddy, Trustee Williams. She's there working and a fossil. And a fighter. So, you know, I just want to say happy birthday. Yep. Happy birthday to those ladies. You see them, you know, let them know, because here's one thing I do know. I just turned 50, but I know that my little 15-year career, I started, some people keep saying, you know, when did you start? When did you turn 50? When did you retire? I became a police officer at 21. I knew what I wanted to do. And now, when I look in the mirror at all the grays in my face, now I realize why I got in so many fights. Because how dare the 16-year-old guy in uniform with a gun tell me what to do? You know, I can see that, or I can't believe the right me is taken. But one thing I do know, probably the police chief can relate to this, is that a lot, at least for us, is that our life is never promised, because a lot of us, our average age is about, what, 55? 55. So I'm not saying I'm gonna die in 5 years, but I take it, how can I say this? Tomorrow's never promised. So I'm glad to see these two ladies receive their flowers, because a lot of us, and one reason why I stay active is because a lot of my friends, even the gentleman who raised me, 5 years usually after police retire and stop working on the job we got. Don't ask us why. And when I say don't ask us, because that's the truth. And the stress level that many of these guys are experiencing right now is sad. Reggie just retired, and all of a sudden you leave this world. So let's embrace every day, because I know my day will come. When my day comes, I know the sacrifices I made were good. It's a shame, even when the trustee mentioned the Safety Act, it does work me a little bit what's going on in Chicago that on the north side, which is terrorizing those people. But no matter how many police officers we hire, I think we're in a society right now that somebody, we need a Barack Obama moment. I just spoke to a senator this weekend, and I told him that University Park can also lose as well as Chicago, and someone needs to step up. And we need to have that moment to understand that our young brothers and sisters out here that's shooting each other is unnecessary. I seen one guy had 11 murders. He killed his own friends because he thought he killed his own cousin because he thought his cousin would tell him one another murder. This is the world we live in now. And I had a very close person get caught with a gun. And they're going through hell right now in Cook County, and I'll say this in a different time. They asked me, Trustee Brooks, what is it I can do? I gave them resources and told them, this is the best you can do. But what I told them is that times has changed. One reason why, after my second year on the job, I went to juvenile was because I seen it coming, our young men being put in jail. I would have detained a young man just studying detained for 2 weeks. But after that, Detective Brooks would have been part of his home monitoring. He would have been assessed of any problems in the house. Most of my kids, I can tell you, out of my whole decade and a half, I only lost 2 kids. That's all I lost. And I told you the story one. But Detective Brooks days is retired. So it takes all of us to do our job in order to keep our kids and reach out and make a change. And with that, considering, we're watching on the news, I just have to put that off my chest. Mr. Mayor, I yield my time until the next time. Yes, the gun violence is ridiculous.
Madam Clerk. Yes.
First, I'd like to give those in my prayers, best wishes for and its inverted acceptance. It's very, very difficult time for the people. So we as a community should live in the praise, not only me, but our neighbors. So let's start reaching out to each other and find out what's going on. I too attended the IMA, and the sessions were fantastic as always. There were updates on in the foyer act. And there were some other sessions that I attended, but I also took the time to attend because I wanted to see how do the executive board for the Illinois Municipal League run its meeting. So I attended the executive board for the Illinois Municipal League. Fantastic. And I just want to say we got to keep pushing. When we get tired, we think we're hanging. It's time not and hang on because better things, more things.
Talk to him, Madam Clerk. Talk to him. All right. Mr. Scott. Okay. I got one. Chief. Oh, he says here.
Mr. Mayor, Madam Clerk, village board, other department heads, and our guests. Thank you. Glad to be here. Just got a few things. We attended the police department attended the safety drill at Creekville Middle School. Our children are well protected. The teachers and the public safety and and security there are trained professionals, and they're doing a good job. Conducted a chapter chief at Faith Movement Church, spoke about scams, but particularly with seniors. I have a bunch of handouts. Anybody wants to see me afterwards, I'll make sure you get the information. We're currently conducting background investigations on prospective employees. Attended training on the Pretrial Fairness Act. It started September 18th, Monday, September 18th. Cashless bail. Anybody want to ask me questions about it? I'd be more than willing to talk to you about it. We've increased the tempo of in-service training for the PD. We participated in provided traffic control for 2023 fun run. Some of you all may have heard about it. There were no incidents or accidents. The mayor the mayor and Trustee Lewis, they ran the entire 5K.
The whole 5K.
The entire 5K. We were assisted in traffic control with Public Works. They did a very good job. They held static posts. I want to talk with everybody about last week. Everyone received, or a lot of people received the reverse 911 notification that was sent out in error by our communication center. It was actually in Bolingbrook. We do not know how that happened. However, once I was alerted about that, I contacted Lairway, and they investigated to try to figure out why it was sent. Some of you all may have seen what happened in Bolingbrook. There was a pretty bad situation where some people were shot, and somehow it got sent to the University Park instead. We'll continue to work with DPW to maintain the physical plan, and this is talking about the migrants that moved in. Yesterday, I met with the Spanish Center for Will County regarding support assistance for the migrants and their families located in UP. This has been a situation that we've been trying to get our head around for the past month or so. We reached out, the police department reached out to the Illinois Department of Public Health, Will County Health Department, the Archdiocese of Joliet, which covers UP, Salvation Army, United Way, Guardian Angels, and State Rep Jackie Haas. The state got money from the feds. The feds took the money to the state sent all the money to all these different entities. All their focus is towards the city. That's where all their money is going. I sent out letters, emails, phone calls. I showed up at a couple of front doors, and I was told that all their efforts and all their resources going towards the city. Anytime some of these families or migrants that need help, we've been instructed to get them to the city. And so that's literally what it is. So far, the Spanish Center for Will County, they actually came out yesterday and they assessed the situation. They pledged to help us address this matter. I've already been in talks for the past month or so with Will County to see what our partnership with them to try to figure out what's going on. I've been in talks with a couple of high-ranking officials from the Chicago Police Department to find out what they know. You know, are the migrants being shipped out here, or are they just making their own way? Some families have shown up at the police station in very dire situations, very dire straits. And so we try to provide them all the support that we can. So I also attended a symposium with the Cook County State's Attorney dealing with squatters. Squatters, that's just a thing that's happening. And so we're trying to deal with it. I want to put a shameless plug out here with the police department. We're going to be coming up with a shop and cop December 16, 2023. We're asking anybody that wishes to donate gift cards. We want to, you know, there's some families here with young children that have very modest Christmas. And so we would like to take them shopping. They can shop with the police department. We're asking for gift cards. That way we're able to track the money spent. The more money we get, the more children we'll be able to take. The school district will be picking the children first. The police department, the village won't be doing it. The school district will, because the school district has the family financials and they will pick the children for them. This is something that's supported through South Suburban Chiefs of Police. It's on our website. And so we're asking, you know, every little bit counts, you know, $20 gift card here, $25 gift card there. Before you know it, it adds up. And so we would like to get as close to $3,000 as we can. Police department, so far in September, has answered 561 calls for service, 7 shots fired calls, 0 fireworks calls. And so, also, police department applied for a JAG grant, fingers crossed. All right. That is my report.
Thank you so much.
You said a grant?
Yeah, JAG grant. Justice Assistance Grant. It's through the Department of Justice, Bureau of Justice Services.
Chief Telly Ellis. Okay, we're going to tell you from the public.
Okay, good evening, everyone. Mayor, trustees.
Chief, you got to use the outside, it's not picking up.
All right. So for the month of August, 2023, fire department responded to 204 calls for emergency services. 154 were emergency medical, 38 fire incidents, and 12 vehicle accidents. That pushes us to, at the end of August, 1,508 responses so far for the year. Fire prevention has been busy performing all sorts of inspections in the industrial park, anywhere from hydrostatic testing of fire sprinkler systems, just random like safety checks, sprinkler repair oversight that took place in this unit, along with the 2 next to it, which has been completed. There were 8 initial inspections done for business license approval, and we're still following up on 2 more that have to be re-inspected. Fire prevention was not requested by code enforcement to handle any residential inspections for them. And we still have ongoing work at a number of places that are doing renovations, expansions, expanding parking lots. There's a lot of activity almost anywhere you look in the industrial parks and places, on top of what we know is probably going to come our way very shortly. Code enforcement for August completed 17 initial point of sale inspections, along with 8 re-inspects. 6 more initial inspections were done on residential rental properties. Let's see, almost 20 different inspection types done in multi-family apartment buildings at Maple Leaf, Farmwood House, and Dynasty. Dollar General new construction inspections on the HVAC system, and the final inspection for the business license itself, which is not yet approved until they straighten out their permanent power issues with Commonwealth Edison. More business license inspections were done on the code enforcement side, along with 19 building permit inspections and 29 plan reviews. And the last thing is there was 2 formal complaints handled in the 1,000 block of Sampson for garbage cans left at the curb a little bit too long. So that's it for my department for this.
Thank you, Chief. Manager Scott. We're faced with the public section right now.
Good evening. I'd like to give my report. One of the things I wanted to state was on August 30th, I was invited by the Fifth Ward Alderman Desmond Yancey, who I went to high school with, was supporting him. He was brave enough to actually have a meeting in the city of Chicago regarding the migrants that are coming into his ward. Of course, he was attacked, met with a lot of things that are understandable about regarding safety and things of that nature. While I was there, I actually made a contact with the newly elected police district councilor in one of the communities on the south side of Chicago. She put me in touch with the assistant secretary of the DHS, as well as 2 aldermen to have conversations about the immigrant situation. I know that in Matteson, they have taken quite a few migrants. I'm not sure the housing situation. I heard something about them putting them up in a hotel or things of that nature. But there is funding, and you're correct, allocating all of their money into the city.
But I was told that I could definitely have conversation about possibly seeing the options for funding money into this community. I attended INO as well.
I just got to see how many there's a person on the board members that, there's an incident going on, so we'll just walk out to the door. And let the manager finish her report. And, we'll be praying for your sister, that everything will be all right. Yep.
Get your card, get your card, get your card.
So I attended the INO conference and I did attend the retail development, which I thought was very good. Also, they had a tour meeting in the beginning, which deals with wrongful acts or infringement of civil rights leading to legal liability for villagers. So I was interested because they named a couple of municipalities. Hey, we weren't one of the examples, but they did have some cases from different municipalities, and I found that really insightful as well. But my favorite conference session was the future of debt service line replacement. I'm actually going to be pushing this packet when we do have our meetings regarding debt service line. It was really eye-opening. There were a lot of things that I learned as far as the different type of modes of trenching, using drill rods, reamers, and things of that nature. Also, the way that they do most of these jobs is really quite, it's not invasive as I thought. The timing of it, it's very detailed. So I have these available if anyone would like to review the packet, but this is a packet I'm definitely going to push. And I was also really proud because the keynote speaker was actually the person who was working on our project, Jonathan Flowers. I was really impressed and was really happy when he saw me in the room. He said it felt good to see a familiar face. So that really made me proud that I know we made the right choice in selecting Robinson Engineering for this. And a lot of times when the state was receiving questions from the audience, they actually referred to him. So he's the lead person for Robinson Engineering that deals with water service line replacement. So this is going to be available in Village Hall, but like I said, as we have more meetings, I'm going to push in this packet because it was extremely informational. The other thing I wanted to talk about, where we did meet, we had several meetings with PACON, every week, several meetings. Some of them I can't attend. We've had Darren sit in on them with implementation of the PACON system. We're still on board to begin that process in October. Also, I had meetings with members of ATL also to deal with striping on the streets. There's a total of 23 crosswalks and 19 stop bars that are going to be restriped. The goal is to restripe all of the crosswalks and stop bars along the Blackhawk Avenue corridor, the University Parkway, and the South Road to Homestead Drive. So those are exhibits that are available also for anyone who would like to view them. So we spoke with Greg, who's a traffic control company, about the work, the striping crew. They're going to make field assessments. They've already been out looking at these existing crosswalks. Some of them are non-existent. Basically, we're trying to determine right now if blinding is necessary to remove the existing diagonal markings on some of them. The reason for this is that some of the crosswalks are in better shape than others, but we want to refresh the whole corridor. The other thing is on September 6th, we had a phone conference with the Attorney General's office regarding opera. And it was great. I thought it was good. One of the things that was discussed was the donation check of $100 that was unsolicited by opera for the back to school event. I did inform the Attorney General, and we are returning that money. So when you see that coming up on the bill run, that's for what it's for. I thought it was really insulting how much money that opera generates, especially at the backs of these residents, and the very little to nothing that they contribute to us. So she was grateful that we did point that out to her. One of the other things I wanted to mention was the compliance. So they're moving to annual sampling, and it's because they've had 2 consecutive 6-month water sampling compliance, which was below, six, and it was below the acceptable lead level. So that's something that's out of our control. The Attorney General did share that with us. And we did ask questions such as where are they getting the water sampling from? And also,
Those questions will take it for the residents.
yes, and some of the residents,
I gave her a call.
Trustee Karen did bring those questions up to the Attorney General. She also suggested that we tighten up our list of asks and things that we would like to see from Aqua. I think the major one we should ask for is, I think it's really nice to have a park or things like that. They need to fix these lead pipes. And the truth of the matter is, when I attended this meeting for the lead water, there's actual grants that they can apply for, but we can't make them apply. We can't apply on behalf of Aqua. They have to apply on their own. And there's, you know, a certain amount that would be possibly forgivable, but it's up to Aqua to make that move and be responsible. So some of those things we discussed with the Attorney General. Another thing I wanted to touch on was this past week, we had a meeting regarding Regal Farm with members of FabX and Seek Design. It was literally Jason, Laylo, Corral, Alejandra, Randall was on from Antero. So we discussed the walls communication, the project master plan, the vision, the project scope confirmation, the project budget, the schedule, the existing conditions, the survey. Someone came out just this past, I think it was yesterday, and today, looking at Regal Farm. Some of the kids busted out the windows again. So we have them, they were boarded up, but you know, this is an ongoing issue, so we're looking at getting that done. So they came in to basically take measurements. We discussed things like the porch and things that we would like to see, and opening up some of the rooms, because some of the rooms are actually quite small, just to knock out some of the existing walls to make more space. Also on Friday, in between the IML conference, I went to the side and we had a meeting with people from Metro. So just to provide a structural update, the engineers from Metro, they went out to assess the stairs and the canopy for immediate intervention throughout the station. I was just told, I did have a meeting with them and said I have to go to the board today. This was on Friday. I said I have to have some kind of hard date to give the residents and the board, because it's really not acceptable. I received a call from Noe Gallardo, who is the communications person who deals with the community municipalities with Metro. He said that they would not be fixing the stairs until early November. He is going to try to see if there's some way they can come out sometime at the end of October, but that is when they're scheduled to come out. We also discussed phase 1 of the conceptual design, and they noted to me that this facility has not been touched since 1971. So I thought that was very insightful as well, when you look at the deterioration of that property. So the other thing is, we went to a meeting for South Suburban Airport. I think with the mayor, that was yesterday, right? So we had a meeting at Hazel Press's municipal building. There were a lot of elected officials there, leaders, including people in Alden from the city of Chicago. It was interesting. They discussed jobs, the skill level, the economic impact that the airport would have, the infrastructure improvements that would be sure to follow with this airport coming on, capital investments, building characteristics, like who would be utilizing the airport. Also, there was a lady there that I was really impressed with, and she gave a really good report, and apparently she was the person who was over the airport for Miami's airport. And I thought it was really interesting. She said that no two airports are alike. So her name was Angela Giddens. It was really insightful. I'm going to follow up with her, but she talked about generating jobs, taxes, anything that you can think of, segues into housing. And also, you know, that it's going to be serving as a cargo airport, Metropolitan Airport Commission. They also looked at Thief River Falls and Bemidji, I believe I might be pronouncing that wrong, Bemidji airports for comparison. And they couldn't give an exact timeline when it would start, you know, the phasing, but they said that the timeline is endless. And airlines do not draw the market. I thought that was interesting. So another thing I wanted to mention, I did have a meeting with Greystone, who, was awarded the contract for the salt shed from, Greystone, Mitch Wallace from Greystone. We discussed, we had initial meetings regarding the salt shed, things like, demoing the current building that's there. Also having, it to be completely flattened and leveled, what that would look like and entail. We're hoping to get the, this by the end of the year, before the end of the year, also weather permitting. So that's a job that I'm gonna have to get with, Public Works to make sure that we're able to facilitate that. Anything else I have to discuss? I think that's about it. Also, I wanted to say a special thank you to Matt Stacy, who resigned this past Friday. We wish him the best on his future endeavors and what that may be. So thank you.
All right, I'll make my report. Trustee Lewis, ready to say, piggyback on that thing?
Piggybacking off, talking with the AG's office, we need all the residents, if you want to get your water tested, please note the time, the date, the person that you talk to, when they pick up the water, send it out, because the time that we have in several residents, that it's taking a week to 2 weeks and 3 weeks and almost a month. You can call the 1-877 number to have your water tested. Just asking that you get names and time, so this helps us and when we're going into litigation with you. Let me know if you guys need the number.
Yes, sir, give me the number, just.
I was just for.
No, any number, any.
The number is 877-987-2782. Please call. What's the time, the person, the pickup, we put it out when they return, to pick up the water, that's important information to us.
All right, trustee, thank you, and I'll make my report. Brief, starting off, piggybacking off our manager Scott. The third airport is definitely real. It comes out January 1st of 2024. If you know my contractors who are interested in getting opportunities for contracting, the Illinois Department of Transportation is now to RFQs as we speak. University Park will gain great opportunities if we make our moves right now. University Park is the last community going south before we get to the Concord Airport, and the first community going north. There will be great opportunities for us to continue to grow. And with that airport, and we make some key moves as a board, there's a possibility that our residents will be paying the property taxes. My goal has always been, with enough economic growth and development, we'll be able to rebate taxes back, and we'll continue moving the course forward. So that's really great. And we did get an opportunity to attend the IML, and I'm glad that Trustee Roger and Williams and those who were able to make it were able to sit in some of the sessions, because now I think that some of our trustees are understanding the process of how we develop a retail corridor, which is where all desire so. So we're on the right track by creating the jobs, industry, warehouse, logistics, e-commerce, are in our industry park. It's just a matter of time before the restaurants and the hotels still coming on, because they realize that all these employees now are going to go for breakfast, lunch, or supper, touching on the economics of University Park. But also, the keynote speaker at IML open session, those political strategies that we all get opportunity to see, is Dr. Brazil. She was outstanding and gave us a lot of key points on how we can bring our community together. Because the whole thing, people, is to turn to each other and not on each other, and we all win as a community. So those are some of the good things that happen. We talk about tips, but one of the things that we need to start acknowledging in our community, when the village sends out communications, we need not just to send it out in English, we need to send it out in Espanol and Spanish as well. January 1st of 23, our Spanish population was under 10%. Right now, our Spanish population is closer to 20%. And these aren't migrants or immigrants or people of other descent. These are new home. So we might as well be ready for the transition with EV and putting things in place for the transition. What else is it real quick? And about the migrants or whatever we want to describe it, I'm not against the humanitarian effort, but my problem is we've got homeless veterans and our homeless population has been suffering for the longest. So the urgency to deal with the other people is understanding, but let's take care of home first, then we can move on. I think we all have a good heart, we make sure we do the best for people, but if we neglect our own homes, how can we just outside look for something else? So that's my challenge with the migrants, as we get more involved, if we get to start doing more, we'll have more discussions to think of innovative ways to ensure that we're doing the best that we can for our community. We're looking at acres on the west side of I-57, commercial and housing markets. So there's a lot going on in the University Park, and I'm going to cut it short. And with that being said, is there a motion? Board by trustee Brewer, second by. All in favor? Opposed? None. Thank you for a nice meeting. We look forward to seeing you guys second Tuesday.